Hi everyone, welcome back to Babylon Nines. So today, West Ham have finally woken from their inertia in the transfer market and have looked to have moved forward with some real vigour and some actual real kind of promise. We reportedly are in for the young Carlos Borges of Manchester City. This has been reported by Fabrizio Romano. And at the moment we have put in a £14 million bid. I think initially we weren't too happy with the 15 million valuation, but by all accounts, looks like we've gone back in. There is obviously it being Manchester City and it being one of their exceptional talents. They obviously want to put in a buyback clause into his contract as well, which isn't necessarily such a bad thing. Now, the reason I say that is because for him to go back to Manchester City from West Ham, he will have to be playing to an exceptional level or to a level where other clubs, where they think they can turn a profit, are going to be interested in him. So he will have to be playing exceptionally well for West Ham, in which to draw that level of interest to, one, ensure that City are willing to even part with any money to bring him back, and two, for other clubs maybe to be interested in that kind of scenario. What I would say is if we are going to be investing 14 million, you would like to think that any kind of buyback clause is at least 3 times our investment. So approximately 42 million pounds would be a fantastic return for West Ham for a player such of Borges' quality. Obviously, that would potentially be next 2 to 3 years, maybe we would maybe see him come more into the fore. But it's fantastic that West Ham are looking at a young 19-year-old who has such great level of talent and actually looking towards the future rather than looking more at the kind of the here and now and looking at the players that are deemed more experienced, 27 years and older, as we've seen with many of the links that we've had this summer. On Borges itself, he is exceptionally quick. I do not say that lightly. His pace is phenomenal. Once he is put through, there is going to be very few players, if any, in the Premier League that could catch him. He's so quick on the ball. He's got such good control as well when it's at his feet. He's very left-footed from what I have seen from him, which is something that probably will make him maybe a little bit easier in some respects in which to manage by some players, because they would look to kind of force him onto his right foot more, which isn't as strong. However, when you have that level of pace and you are able to drive at players as he does, he will put people on the back foot, and he will also put them on the floor and send them for a hot dog once or twice in a game, because he is that quick and he's that nimble when he's looking to turn that he can essentially turn on a dime, which is fantastic. Last season for Man City as a youth player, he had an exceptional season for them. Truly exceptional. And in the 33 games, I believe, that he played for them last season, he turned in 29 goals and 18 assists. Now, this is obviously playing in the Premier League 2, which is the under-21 league, or under-23 league, I think as it is now, the UEFA Youth League, which is obviously the continental version of the European competitions that UEFA have. And then the EFL Trophy, which is essentially the Johnston Painstow Trophy, which under-23 teams are able to participate in. So turning in last season, 29 goals and 18 assists is an incredible number, bearing in mind he only played 33 games. If we put that into context, I think Divine Mubama last season in the under-23s scored about 13 goals. Granted, he was playing a bit between the under-18s and the under-23s. But again, just to put that in perspective, he scored 13 goals, and I think Borges scored 23 in the Premier League 2 predominantly as a left winger as well. Let's not forget that, playing on the left-hand side of midfield. But what we can expect from him is someone who's going to be incredibly explosive. His pace, especially in transition, will frighten teams. Should he get the opportunity to play, I think one that we'll see phased in over the course of the season. But again, with Europa League, with the cup competitions, he's going to have plenty and ample time in which to be on the pitch. He will offer a fantastic alternative to Bowen in terms of when we're looking to maybe give Bowen a rest. Again, it's great variety on that left-hand side in midfield because obviously we have Ben Rama, who is a player that's very much involved in possession and kind of helping us kind of break down kind of set defenses a bit more. And then obviously we have Fornals, who ideally will now no longer play there, but again, is a player that likes to play inside and so on. And much like Cornet, he is that kind of goal threat on that left-hand side. He will be able to get forward. He will burst into the area and will look to score, look to assist, etc. So it is one where we really, really could see a fantastic. It's a player that really is going to bring that level of excitement we've asked for a long time, especially in that left-hand side, and especially something we've asked for a very long time, which is pace. And it's going to be incredible to see what he can bring to the team. Now, all of the good stuff aside, there's still a long way to go. We've only just kind of entered into negotiations. We seem to have agreed upon a fee. However, we do have to work on the next stage of that development in the negotiations. So we do need to work on what is going to be the potential buyback clause and what is the actual price going to be within that. We also then have to work a deal with the player as well for personal terms. I believe X has already said that he's on very good terms at Man City. So that is something that we will have to consider and something we'll have to try and be a little strong on because, again, we've been very strong on other players such as Ben Johnson, for example, Rice in the past. So this is, again, something that maybe we either break our own rule on players and young players, or it's one that we go, this is such an exceptional talent that we need to maybe extend beyond the bounds that we normally would so that we can secure him. But all in all, guys, this is really promising. This is what we were told before, the Red Bull model that we will be looking forward to, signing exceptional young talents from youth systems across the globe, across the UK, across Europe, who are exciting, who are looking to prove themselves at the top level. And should we get Borges, this will be a player that really could help West Ham over the next few years to, again, have that level of pace, have that level of explosiveness in attack. But yeah, guys, how do you feel about this deal? Do you think it's promising? Are you happy to see West Ham moving for a player such as Borges? Would you prefer maybe a more seasoned player? Let us know in comments. What we can say is that we are excited by the fact of having some pace in the team. And myself and Sloth genuinely find it funny, the level of pace that Borges has, because he is frighteningly quick. And that is something we've been missing for many a year in our attack, especially since Antonio's injuries have kind of taken away some of his pace. He's obviously been the player with the exceptional pace throughout the years for us. And it's now going to be great that we could, if he stays, obviously, there are rumours he could leave as well. If he stays, that we'll have another player with a level of pace that can keep up with him and who could even surpass him when we're in transition, which is great to have that option now, should he sign to really attack teams quickly and direct and to, again, turn attack to defence into attack literally on a dime. So, yeah, I'm going to stop waffling. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do like, please do subscribe, all of those wonderful things. And until next time, come on, you irons.